It's showtime!
It's showtime.
It's showtime.
It's showtime.
It's showtime.
It's showtime! It's showtime!
It's showtime.
It's showtime!
It's showtime.
What is this?
Hello? Anybody home? Hey, think with fly fish.
Price is wrong, bitch.
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole!
Dude, where's my car? Where's your car, dude?
First, take a big step back and literally fuck your own face!
21 gigawatts!
Recorded somewhere in Cleveland, Ohio, you're listening to the Epic Radio Show with Epic Goldie and Tokar on the Epic Radio Network.
Hey, welcome everybody. This is Epic, your host. We have Goldie and Tokar over here. Say hello.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Tokar in the house.
Hey.
Oh, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. We have an interview with Stacey James. She's a singer, songwriter. We also have Would You Rather questions to answer. We got a bunch of submissions. And we're going to be pranking, asking for a BJ membership.
Nothing like a good deal on a BJ.
That's right. So, first thing we're going to talk about is this rising scandal going on in Hollywood right now.
It started with that Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, it started with him, then, Kevin Spacey, then Louis C.K., now George Takei. There's some stuff going on with him. I actually didn't get did you read the article?
Very little.
What's going on with him exactly?
I barely read it. Here's the thing. There's so many accusations going out now, and I'm not trying to downplay it because I was a victim of sexual abuse as a child, so I don't want anybody to think that. But at the same time, as a sister and a mother of a son, I want to be fair. And I don't know how much of this is actually accurate and how much it's just like a witch hunt.
That's what I'm feeling like. Now, I understand the Harvey Weinstein thing.
Yeah.
That dude's a fucking animal. Okay.
Wait, one thing I want to point out before we get off of him.
Yeah.
Ashley Judd. She is making a mockery of that because making a deal with someone to get a part or get ahead is not the same as rape. And that pisses me off. She needs to shut up and get her irrelevant ass out of here and stop trying to look for a limelight just because she's not a great actress and she's trying to get some type of attention. And I'm really pissed about that. But anyway.
And then the Kevin Spacey thing kind of broke my heart because I've been a fan of Kevin Spacey. We talked about that, I think, last show. And then this Louis C.K. thing. So what happened with him is
he put out his little wee-wee.
Well, but this is the thing that separates him from the rest of the people that have been accused. He asked permission first. And they said yes.
Then that's not assault. Were they underage, though?
No.
Then what's the problem?
I don't know.
If I give you permission to pull your penis out right now, I can't complain about it later.
Well, that's what I'm saying right now. Like, they're basically saying, oh, well, the only reason why I said yes is because, I would lose my job if I said no, this and that. It's like...
They still consented.
He said a lot of women said no. I mean...
And if they said no...
And some of them said no and then, made a big deal about it, but then was told, to be quiet about it. But it's like, he still didn't technically do anything. I mean, you can't
Being a creep isn't the same as rape.
That's what I'm saying. He didn't rape anybody.
Yeah.
So I think the backlash on him, to a certain degree, isn't as fair.
It's like a witch hunt.
It is.
It's like the Salem witch trials.
I don't feel like that's the same thing.
It's not.
And I don't feel like he should be punished the same way.
Whoever complains about this needs to be punched in the tit.
I'm telling you, man.
It's just kind of awkward because now he's known as the little weed whacker guy. It's embarrassing.
Well, yeah, it is embarrassing. You know what I mean? But
well, that's what he gets for being so confident with his little wee wee.
I know. Now I can't look at him the same. You know, he was a funny comedian, but now, it's that guy that pulls out his wee wee and likes the...
How big is it?
I don't know, dude. Yeah, he seems to be an expert on how big Louis C.K.'s
I want to know.
dick is.
I want to see a photo. Louis, can I please see a photo of it? I will not complain. You can text it to me.
Now I can't look at him the same now because he's probably like going up to women. Hey, you want to see my little pecker? And
lots of guys are creeps.
It's not like he just went up to random women. These are these are women that he worked with that I feel like he felt comfortable enough to ask them that. And he didn't. He said, look, I never showed my dick to anybody that didn't say yes. It's not like he just pulled it out like, hey, can I masturbate in front of you? Like, he asked first, and then, like, if they said no, then that was the end of it. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't feel like... And then another thing that pissed me off about it is people were now bringing Jon Stewart, the former host of The Daily Show, into it saying, oh, you knew... CK was doing this because you were his friend for a long time and you never said anything. Oh. And it's like he didn't know. Even if he did know, it's
even
not
if you
his
say
fucking
something, you
place.
can tell him like, dude, you shouldn't be doing that. It doesn't mean he's gonna listen. It kind of reminds me of my brother's baby mama telling me like I should make my brother be a better father. I tell him whatever I could tell him. It doesn't mean he's gonna listen.
I mean, it's
wrong
not,
with people.
It's not even just that. It goes beyond that. It's like they basically wanted Jon Stewart to rat him out, and whether he knew or not, that's not his place.
But
it's
still
the
not
women's
rape.
place.
Yeah.
And like I said before, it's not rape. It's.
I've dealt with a lot of creeps. I've had people send me dick pics in my inbox.
If anything, it's more gross. What is it? Imposition?
Yeah, it's just awkward now. That's the only thing. I mean, he didn't do nothing bad. It's just, but now it's awkward looking.
But and another thing is, when he was asked about it, he said, "Yes, this is true." At the time, I don't feel like I did anything wrong. But now, seeing and hearing all these women's stories, I used my position of power. I abused it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he definitely abused it.
And he apologized sincerely. I feel like he apologized sincerely for it. You know what I mean? But then, same thing like Kevin Spacey. Netflix dropped him. HBO
But Kevin
him.
Spacey, though, deserved it.
He does.
And so we can't compare them and say the same thing.
No, what I'm saying is he got the same reaction.
Yeah, which
as
is
Kevin
wrong.
Spacey. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, we're basically burning witches at the stake.
With no proof.
With no proof. Well, I mean, this is coming from the women's mouth themselves. Like, he didn't rape me. He didn't, he didn't sexually assault me. I did say yes. You know what I mean? But I don't even know why it was brought up to begin with.
It's a witch hunt at this point. Everyone wants to be a victim. Everyone wants their 15 minutes of fame. It's annoying.
It is. Well, moving on. I don't want to talk about this too much, but I do feel like, on the show, I really do try not to be, overly political or, just because there's enough of that shit out there as it is. But one thing I do want to touch on that's going to be touchy for a lot of people is gun control. What is your take? Because with all these mass shootings that keep happening, and literally... nobody's doing anything about it. Nobody. What is your take on it?
Who, mine?
Anybody.
Can I start first?
Yes.
No.
Okay, what I think, some people are mentally sick, and even if they use guns to harm people, maybe 1 out of 1 million people, or 1 out of 50 million people have an illness. If they want a gun, they'll get a gun no matter how strict you try to ban guns. They can easily find ways to get powerful guns and cause harm and destruction. Now, most of the people in the world's population are good people. They're not going to go out and shoot anyone. So I think they should deserve to have the right to protect themselves from those cases of psychopaths.
So you're basically saying put guns in the hands of good guys, right? And make sure everybody's carrying a gun so that just in case someone bad, happens to come in with a gun, you can protect yourself. That's what you're saying?
Yes.
What about you, Goldie?
I am pro guns, so it's not even about like people will. I mean, they will get them if they want to get them, but you can kill people with knives. You can kill them with cars. You can kill them with anything if you want to kill someone badly enough. So, I prefer to have a gun to protect myself. I own a gun, so I guess that sums that up. Well,
my opinion is, I think there's a lot of countries out there that don't have guns. Australia, there's Britain, and they statistically have like 0 gun deaths. Because literally the only people that have guns there are like arms dealers, okay? And the price is so high that only like super elite people could get a hold of them. That's if they can actually buy the weapon because they're really strict on it, okay? So they have literally... Australia was basically on the brink of a civil war. I mean, they were killing each other left and right there.
Without guns.
No, with guns.
But even now, what's their murder rate?
I'd have to look that up.
Okay.
I could do that over the segment or whatever.
Just,
or
people are still going to murder people whether they want to or not. Whether they have a gun or not.
And I don't agree
That's
with
true.
the 0 shooting rates in those countries. I disagree with that.
No, I wouldn't say 0, okay? But
your whole argument is being destroyed.
No, it's not, because they have had 0 mass shootings. 0 mass shootings.
But that doesn't mean they have 0 mass killings.
Regardless, if you have one person coming in with a knife or a machete, how many people, if he goes into a crowded ass room, how many people do you think he's really gonna kill? As opposed to somebody coming in with an automatic rifle. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like the chances of somebody, knives aren't going to be illegal. Certain things aren't going to be illegal. That there's always going to be murder in this world. Unfortunately, we're fucked up.
What about
you know what I mean?
France?
Like seriously, like France too. Like,
but guess what? They had a massive shooting, and they have all these.
But that was
attacks.
brought from out of the country.
Okay,
same thing could happen anyway.
So if those people in France had guns at that club, they would have shot that guy.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Just like the shooting that happened at the church recently. Who took down the guy that was killing all the people in the church? A gun owner. Yeah. A neighbor. Thank you.
Well, guess what? He still, by the time he got there were still 70 people
It doesn't matter. He still stopped them.
There could have been a lot more. He could have shot probably 100 people. You never know. Right now, there's probably sick people out there. They're planning on attacks. But if everyone had guns, they would think twice about setting up their
if someone comes to my house with a gun, they're probably going to get shot.
Yeah, you think twice about it. You're setting up your big plan, your big attack or whatever.
Well, the bump stock thing. Okay, so what this does is an attachment to a rifle that mimics the effect of having an automatic rifle. I believe they should be outlawed. Period. Because we're not supposed to have automatic weapons anyways. Right?
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't think we need automatic weapons in our homes.
No.
Like,
I mean, this
some
guy
of this stuff is a little, like...
tons of shit.
Too much.
Got it through hotel security. Like, and this is our own people. Just imagine if we had a terrorist attack.
Oh, security would be crazy.
No, I'm saying the opposite. I think it would be the same dumb shit. You know what I mean? Like,
what was Florida? The Orlando shootings. That wasn't a terrorist attack?
When was that? Because literally
in the gay club. It was
yeah. I mean, ISIS claimed responsibility for that, but honestly, ISIS claims responsibility for everything now. Oh, they poisoned the water in Michigan. No, you didn't, dude. Okay, anyways.
No, Democrats did that.
Oh, okay. Moving on. We are taking a break. When we get back, we're going to have that interview with Stacey James. Keep it locked here. Keep it epic. Welcome back to the Epic Radio Show. Today's guest, singer/songwriter, Stacey James from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Our first international guest. She just released an album back in February. It's called 1111. And she has an upcoming project that should be projected to be released in June 2018. And it is called B. How's it going today?
Very good. Thank you.
How's your morning?
Slow, cold, but moving.
Well, it's like 19. No, it's about what, 10 degrees there?
10 degrees here? No, it's like minus 15.
Really? Well, that's Celsius, right? Use Celsius.
Yeah.
See, Fahrenheit, it's like 10 degrees.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's cold, but it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better.
We're at like 19 degrees.
Yeah, see, I could live with that.
So what's been going on in the world of Stacey James? Like, well, obviously you're working on this new album. How's that coming along so far?
So far, so good. Yeah, been working at it for a bit now. Was ready to start recording it the second the other album was done, because it's been ready to go. With the exception of a couple adjustments, I guess. But yeah, gonna have a good group of musicians on this album again. I'm very grateful to have them, and yeah.
You know what I like? You know what I like about your music? I was listening to it on Spotify. Definitely check her out on Spotify, by the way. Just look up Stacey James. She's got some tremendous work on there. But I was listening, and I like a lot of your music is very organic. Like, you don't use a lot of, like, you know, nowadays people use a lot of electronic, like drums and just different synthesizer sounds and stuff. You pretty much keep it simple with your music. Is there a reason for that?
I think some of that is because I was growing up with Motown. I grew up listening to real instruments and real bands, and I have a lot of influence that comes from there. I do have a lot of influence that comes from some of the more synthesized era too, like when you get into some of Prince's work and stuff, where I'm sure you can hear traces of that throughout the album as well. But as far as the synth, I think I prefer the sound of real instruments. I do play with effects and stuff for other projects, but when it comes to my band projects, it has to be real players behind real instruments to get the sound that I hear in my head.
No, I understand that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a little bit like in and out when I'm doing music. There's a lot of times I want to make music as organic as possible, but I don't have like a band to work with, so I still have to use like MIDI and digital software just to try to make it sound as organic as possible, you know?
Oh yeah, I mean, for sure. And I mean, when I'm by myself and I don't have a full band, you know, I will turn to some of the things within digital production studios, but then at the same time, or production suites, I also play a ton of instruments, so I'll just one-man band it. You know.
Gotcha. So how long have you been making music?
Well, I started writing probably when I was about 7 or 8. Not necessarily songs, but poems that very quickly became songs. As far as like playing an instrument, I didn't take to any instrument until I ended up in band, but other than that, I turned to the keyboard at about age 14. I begged my mom for one for Christmas, and her and my dad got me a keyboard. And then I started plunking out the melodies for all the songs that I'd been writing for years.
Yeah. What's significant about 1111? Why did you use that title for your album?
Well, it's actually funny. I was going into the studio. It was 2012 or 2013 when we were going into the studio. And leading up to it, was seeing 11:11 once in a while on the clock, and I was like, oh, that's funny, and I started doing some reading. I was like, oh, that's neat. And then as soon as I got into the studio, I was seeing it twice a day, every single day, throughout the whole time I was recording. Like, I'd see it in the morning, I'd see it at night, whether it was like on a big clock somewhere on my phone. I was just constantly catching it, and I was like, this is so funny. And I didn't know what to call my album, and so I was like, you know what, I'm going to call it 11:11. Like, obviously I'm on the right track, because that's what they say. When you see it, it means you're on the right track, and it's the universe saying, yeah, keep going. So that's what I called the album.
Just for all the listeners to know, it's been really hard to get a hold of Stacey James. She is extremely busy. We've been trying to get her on the show for like a month now, and it's just been wires crossed, miscommunications. I was messaging her wrong Facebook for a while. I don't know. So what other projects are you working on? Why are you so busy? Aside from working on the album and trying to do a little bit of soft promotion for the other one, I'm also very involved when it comes to business and business development. So I'm in the process of launching a business of my own, which is a movement program that incorporates music and dancing for seniors. And then I am also the founder and organizer of the Women Helping Women event out here in Winnipeg. We're going to be going on to our 5th year, I think. So I do a lot of planning and preparing for that, and that's in aid to help support some of our local women's shelters, that help women and children escaping domestic situations. So that's something. Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, it sounds like you're doing a lot of community work. And, I think that's sometimes almost better than just being an artist. Just being able to get out there and talk to people and help people. Because people don't realize, but, like, the more you do that, it doesn't even matter how good or bad or whatever your music is, when people start seeing that you're actually a good person, they are more willing to support you too.
And I never even thought of that. I mean, that's a very good point. Yeah, they certainly are, but I mean, I think you also start to create a group of like-minded people, and the energy within your circle really changes, and it helps you influence each other and influence more people, and that's another reason that it's good to, get out there and help people. But I mean, there's not really anything that feels much better than doing something for somebody that absolutely can't do it themselves.
The thing is, love is just as contagious as hate.
Absolutely.
So if you start doing good things and people start feeling good, they start to do good things. You know what I mean?
It's true. Yeah, and they get involved.
Exactly.
And they want to help too. I love it. Yeah.
If you're negative and then you have a negative impact on someone else, then they spread that negativity. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, it is very important that people understand that even if you're having a bad day, just going out, like saying hi to somebody or, hey, like nice shirt or something, not in a sarcastic way. Maybe, it will prevent something else from happening. Maybe you have a bad day, someone gets in your way, you're like, move out of the way, asshole, and, he ends up cussing someone else out that ends up making someone else mad, and they get into a horrible accident. It's like the butterfly effect,
Absolutely, yeah, it trickles.
It does.
It trickles down. Yeah, it's funny, I kind of have an example of that. I was in a miserable mood. I was so overtired, I was so overworked, and I was just like, ugh. So I was going through Tim Hortons drive-thru. I don't know if you guys have Tim Hortons, but yeah, no. I'm going to get my decaf coffee, because I don't drink caffeine, but I tricked myself into believing that I am.
Gotcha.
So I was going to get my decaf coffee, and I was just feeling nasty. And so I got to the window. I was like, what's the person behind me having? And they're like, oh, just a coffee. I was like, okay. I was like, you know what? I was like, let me get it. They're like, oh, hang on. Oh, they're getting a sandwich too. I was like, that's fine. I was like, let me pay for it. Just, whatever. And so I did. And the girl behind me, biggest smile, waving, like, thank you, thank you, thank you. It made me feel so good. I left and I was like, okay, that's so much better. I went grocery shopping that evening, Easter weekend. Mm-hmm. And I went shopping and this lady comes up and she goes, can I pay for your groceries? I was like, oh, no, I'm okay. Thank you very much. She's like, no, please. I really want to. I want to do something for somebody, and I really want to do it. You're so kind, because I was just chatting with the guy and laughing it up about our bad days. And yeah, she wanted to pay for my $200 bill, and she wouldn't let me touch it. And I walked out of there just shocked, and I was like, wow, that was the fastest turnaround I've ever seen with karma in my life.
I know. That's what I was just about to say about karma. You just... Yeah. It really does. If you do bad things in your life, you usually get bad things. Even if it's not at first. I feel like the longer you get away with whatever bad thing you did, the worse the karma is at the end. I don't know.
Yeah, because it's building up over time.
Exactly. So anyways... Mm-hmm. We are going to play a snippet of your song called Something You Regret. And that is awesome. From this album that you just released, 11/11. Yeah. Everybody, you can find her on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Reverb Nation. She has her own website. I will share the links below this video. So definitely check her out. She's been around a long time. She's been doing her thing, and she's definitely worth listening to. Thank you so much, Stacey, for being on the show. I really appreciate it. I know you were taking a lot of time out of your day and your busy schedule to do this. And we really appreciate you here.
For sure. Thank you for having me.
All right. So we're going to listen to a snippet. When we come back, it's going to be Would You Rather questions.
She's seen it coming from a mile away. Every little bit, every bit, it's true. And ooh, how I'm taken by every little part of you. And now tell me what I'm supposed to do. 'Cause I can forget what I feel for real. What you do? You've gotta listen to your heart and be for real. And I don't want to go on without you. Yeah, but I'm strong, but I'll be the first to say I was wrong. Baby, just wait a second. You don't have to leave just yet. Don't close up to me. I don't wanna be something you regret.
Welcome back to the Epic Radio Show. We are going to go into our next segment and talk about Would You Rather questions. Or ask them, rather.
Awesome.
Okay, so our first two questions are from Russ. Would you rather have a cure for cancer or add 10 years to your own life?
Cure for cancer.
Cure for cancer.
Cure for cancer. We are unanimous.
We're good people.
Well, not only that, but you figure,
what the hell is 10 years? I could save a bunch of probably really good people, especially
well, not
children.
only that, but 9 times out of 10, the reason why you die is usually from cancer.
Yeah,
so
if you
cure it, you might actually add that 10 years of your life anyways. Would you rather expose your true browsing history to your friends or jump feet first into a wood chipper?
I would expose my browser.
Yeah.
Wood chipper.
Really? Oh, I don't even want to know.
I don't know what you get into.
Porn.
Some freaky ass porn. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so boring. I feel so boring.
All right. These were submitted by Ron. If you went back to 1999, would you rather be signed to Cash Money or No Limit?
Oh, I don't know. I like both of them at that age.
No Limit.
Yeah,
Just
I like
so
No Limit.
Just so I can say,
I know, I was such a Master P fan. I thought I was the
make
shit.
them say, no.
Ooh, Tokar, I'm impressed.
would you rather have $10,000 you found or $5,000 you earned?
10 that I found. I didn't do anything wrong.
10,000.
10,000 for me. Because
They didn't say we had to return it.
that's right.
They didn't say it belonged to anybody.
Yep, exactly. I mean, it could have been some mobsters' money that...
Somebody might have robbed a bank and dropped it. It's not my fault. Bank has insurance.
Exactly. Would you rather be born rich and die poor or born poor and die rich?
I was already born poor and did that, so I'll do it again.
You know what? I'd rather be rich, born rich, and then you die poor. So that way you can humble yourself.
No.
Nah.
No.
I'm going to be born poor and I'm going to get rich and really enjoy my life.
I'm gonna get rich or die trying.
Because
like
when you're a
50
kid,
Cent.
you don't even know that you're poor, really.
That's true.
You're adjusted to the way life is.
Yeah, exactly. This one's directed to me. Would you walk through a hallway full of spider webs with the spiders, or put your hand on a lit stove burner? I'm gonna have to say.
I'm gonna get burned.
I'm guessing hallway full of spiders. Yeah, I don't like spiders either. That's why you asked me that. But I don't want to get burned either. That's really bad. Okay, so
where's the burn at? Will it be a cool burn?
Well, it said hand, so I need my hand for my browser history.
Yeah. And for your masturbating while you're looking up porn on your
Yeah, that you're
Exactly.
so afraid to show us that you'd rather get your legs amputated.
Yeah. I don't even talk about my porn with the wife. I don't know. That's uncomfortable for me.
That's funny.
Yeah. Okay. This is from Sherelle. Your mom and girlfriend switch bodies. Only way to fix it is to fuck one. So do you fuck your mom and your girlfriend's body, or girlfriend and your mom's body? And you can answer it like it's your dad. So like your husband and your dad's body, or your dad and your husband's body.
I'm gonna commit suicide. That's what I'm.
I don't know, man.
That's just.
I don't. That's a really hard question. I would have to pick like mom and girlfriend's body, because at least I can pretend like it's still my girlfriend.
Yeah, but then your mom's gonna. You had sex with your mom. I don't know.
But if you have sex with her body, then you have
But
to.
she'll never have known, because your girlfriend was there the whole time.
It seems like it's like
Turn the lights off, bend her over, have sex, and only your girlfriend is responding and knowing what happened.
As always, Goldie makes a good point. But I don't know, man. I don't think I could do it just... I don't know.
Make sure you're really drunk.
Yeah.
And the lights are completely black.
Would you rather have fingers as long as legs, or legs as short as fingers?
Who the fuck thinks of this stuff?
Oh, man.
I'm going to take short legs.
Short legs? I'm going to say the fingers
I don't want clunky
one.
fingers.
Yeah.
That would be a pain in the ass. You gotta
Just give me a nice wheelchair.
Could you imagine trying to pick stuff up with them fucking
No,
fingers?
I know. I'm getting the little legs, and I'm getting a power chair and running into your fingers.
Would you rather have a penis for a nose or a Venus flytrap for a butthole?
Venus flytrap.
Venus
I feel like I already
flytrap?
have a big nose. It's
Yeah.
not much different.
I don't know. See,
Gives it a whole
I
new
wouldn't
meaning
mind
of
the
dickhead.
nose. You know what I mean?
That's probably the kind of
what
porn
about if
he's
I
watching.
sneeze?
What if I have a dick on my face?
What if I, sneeze? You know what I mean? I come all over people.
Oh.
Oh shit. Okay, so that was I think that was submitted by Trish. I don't know if I've said that before, but I want to talk about something. Me and my wife was having a conversation about.
My wife and I are having a conversation about
manicures, and I don't mind getting them. Being a man, is there something wrong with that?
No. There's something wrong with a guy who has cruddy fingernails and wants to try to finger you. There's something wrong with that. But a man wanting to have nice hands and getting them cleaned up.
Saying, I have
it's not like
calluses.
You're painting your nails and getting acrylics.
No, exactly. I got all these, calluses and whatnot. But I'm dirty right now because I work all fucking week. But I like the feeling of it too. It's almost like relaxing to me. I don't know.
I think it's a good idea.
I
think more men should do it, especially when they have jacked up hands.
Yeah, I haven't done it in a long ass time.
I need to do it. It
started with one of my friends, actually Michael James.
Oh,
he went and got his done, and I thought it was weird too. And I went with him one day. He's like, "Oh, just try it, whatever. I'll pay for it, whatever." And he did. And I was like, oh shit, this is actually pretty sweet, The next thing we're going to talk about is wrestling. And Tokar wanted to talk about this because he feels like the WWE has been in a decline since basically the end of the 90s. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, wrestling is cheesy, but when you were a kid, it was the funnest thing to watch,
I think it still is for kids. My daughter loves wrestling. I don't so much anymore. I when I was in high school, I was pretty obsessed with it. But also the era. I mean, the WWF attitude. Stone Cold. You had The Rock. You had all these huge superstars. Since then, there really hasn't been a lot.
I would like to point out that Epic used to wear Rock and WW whatever t-shirts in high school. And he used to raise his eyebrow all the time. Dork.
I still do it.
I miss those days.
Mm-hmm. I do too, though. I had a lot of fun. Even though I was made fun of a lot. But it's alright, because guess what? In a couple years, they all became wrestling fans too, and then I didn't look so crazy.
You were there before it was cool.
He
made fun of us at our homecoming photo.
I was just joking. The village people. It was just a joke.
Can I be honest? I do not remember taking you to homecoming.
You didn't take me to homecoming. We were just there together in the same high school. And took some photos.
That looked like it was in a house.
It was in the stairway behind the gym.
I don't remember that at all. I don't.
Well, you've smoked a lot of crack over the years.
I smoked a lot of weed, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, the photo is there, so it's not like I can make this shit up.
It kind of bothers me that I don't remember it, though. And I was talking about this with some coworkers, man. As I've gotten older, my memory just is gone. I used to be able to remember so much, childhood and, in high school or whatever. Now it's all just a big fucking blank. I don't know. And, even now, I'll forget what I'm talking about in the middle of a fucking sentence sometimes. I was talking
do that too. I say something and
I was talking to Ashley and I'm like, we're probably going to have Alzheimer's when we get older, right? We're going to forget about each other. It's going to be like The Notebook.
I was just thinking that when you said that.
Except for we're both not going to remember each other, so we're just going to die in separate beds, and it's going to be sad.
You're gonna see The Rock, and you're not going to know who he is.
Exactly. I won't remember the people's elbow.
Now he's like a big movie star.
Maybe president. Who knows?
Anybody can run for president these days.
No shit. What the fuck is that, Tokar? What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
You did do something.
No.
Are you playing a goddamn game on the tablet? Oh my god.
Words with Friends.
God, we are so professional.
That's a great show.
So fucking professional.
If you smell...
What the epic is cooking.
No.
It doesn't matter what you think.
We're Stone Cold.
If you want Stone Cold to raise some damn hell, give me an oh, hell yeah. What?
The best is when he's drunk, and one night I was like, stop drinking. He was like, Stone Cold, don't gotta listen to nobody. And then he thought it was beer, but it was actually coconut water, and he poured it all over himself. And I wanted to bitch slap him back into his bedroom.
Oh my god.
If Stone Cold Steve Austin wants to drink a damn beer, Stone Cold is gonna drink a beer. Ain't nobody gonna get in damn Stone Cold's way.
We are getting off topic. Why the...
We're talking about wrestling.
I know, but what I'm saying, though, is he wanted to talk about the decline of wrestling.
Okay.
Hear what it is.
I don't watch wrestling, so I don't feel like I have anything to say.
WWE became a public company, and basically when you become a public company, you have to get regulated. So now they can't do things that made them famous during the Attitude Era, where they threw people off like 2-story cages, body slam through tables, and all this violence and cussing. Now they're a public company, so you got to attract investors into your products, and now it has to be regulated. And another thing is the internet. Now people are putting like all their pay-per-views and everything for free, like on YouTube.
Yeah, but that happens with movies all the time, and there's still record-breaking numbers out there. Look at Thor Ragnarok. It's making historic numbers, you know. Despite what people are saying about pirating, these people would probably not go to the movie theaters anyways. You're not losing any money, period.
Oh, another thing about WWE, they're over-dragging their product. Before it was like 2 hours, and they had like SmackDown for like an hour. So you had a 3-hour product. You can keep people excited. You can do a lot of story. But now they're over-dragging it. Now Raw is like 3 hours long, and there are all these bad stories and fillers. SmackDown's like 2 hours long.
Yeah, the writing is went to hell. Then you got MMA.
That's killing them in the competition.
I mean, because it's way better. I mean, and they don't even have to do storylines. They got rid of their competition. They got lazy.
Yeah, you're always on the edge when you have a competitor.
Yeah. Okay,
so you can't. So you have to. They can write.
What the fuck were you talking about earlier? Was fucking farting in space?
Oh my god. He said that astronauts must really hate farting in their suits because it just keeps getting recycled, the air. I did the shit he thinks of sometimes.
Well, not only that, but like in a spaceship too. I mean,
yeah, goddamn.
And you have to know what a fart is. It's actual gas.
Yeah.
So it's particles, and they are together, and they dispense, and I don't know. You could totally get it in your nose repeatedly.
Oh, dude, that'd be the. What if you have diarrhea on a ship?
No, how does that happen? How do they take a shit?
I think
like a special gravity room or something.
No, they just shit themselves, and they have like a special diaper that they wear, and they go into a special room to take it off.
I don't know if I believe this.
I don't know either.
Yeah,
I've never heard of this.
If you are an astronaut,
Space
can
diaper.
you please call us and tell us where you take a shit?
They just take a shit.
Or a piss.
They just take a shit, and
I'm gonna go naked and just take a piss right in the fucking rocket.
Being an adult, I would love to buy a Depends and just see what it feels like.
Who's holding you back?
I remember asking about this. They said that they wear special diapers.
I don't know. About
they because you can't really shit in a toilet because that shit's gonna just float up in the room and all.
What if you have a gravity room?
There is no gravity room though.
On a space station, there is. There is gravity on the ship. Okay, but we gotta take a break. When we get back, we are gonna do our prank and talk about hobosexuals, whatever the fuck that is. So keep it locked on the Epic Radio Show. We will be back. Welcome back to the Epic Radio Show.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Today's prank is a little stupid, but who gives a fuck, right?
Yeah, it's the best we can do now. So it's gonna be funny.
Our writing is
People
what the shit.
can always suggest something.
That's true. I mean, we were getting suggestions to begin with. Actually, Michael James was submitting a lot of ideas, but he's kind of dropped off the face of the earth lately.
You suck.
Yep. So we're going to call it BJ's and try to make a lot of sexual innuendos to them and see if they catch on to what we're doing. You ready to do this, Tokar?
Thank you for calling BJ's Hornsville. Bianca speaking. How may I help you?
Hi, I really like BJ's a lot. I was wondering if I can get a good deal on a BJ's membership.
Right now, they're $40 for 15 months.
Thanks. I wanted to call to get ahead.
No problem. You just come in and stop at the desk.
Oh, so I can come?
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
No problem.
Yeah, the phone was... I thought I was going to get blown off because no one didn't answer the phone or anything.
I just answered the phone.
Okay. Thanks, I'm going to come.
No problem.
Bye, thanks. I like BJ's.
Oh my god.
I'm actually proud of you because you thought of a lot of ways to sexualize that. But, however, you needed to keep her on the phone.
You needed
and keep asking about BJ's.
Yeah. Until she gets mad enough to either say something or hang up.
You did a good job. You did a good job. So I can come. I thought I was going to get blown off.
Oh my god.
Good job, Tokar.
Yeah, that was a good job.
She didn't know.
Is someone going to hit us up next for sexual assault?
You know what's
rape?
funny?
I know, right? That's what I keep thinking.
She's probably not catching on to it.
Shit.
But she's probably hanging up the phone and she's going to think about it like, wait, oh, no, he didn't.
Motherfucker.
No, he didn't.
Oh, my God, dude.
I swear to God, I just caught on what he was doing. What's bad? There's going to be some guy getting the membership. Yeah, I know you sick.
Goldie.
Yeah?
What the fuck is a hobosexual?
Hobosexual. Someone who enters in a relationship to avoid being homeless.
Oh. I know a couple of people
basically
like that.
Bum guys that use girls.
You know, that actually works the same way for women, too. There are some women that do that.
But, you know, society, that's very taboo for men to do it. It's just the way society is.
No, I understand that.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying, but
men should be
women
like
to do it,
men,
too.
you know, they should provide for themselves, you know, and
the woman, right?
Well,
yeah, but the woman's usually like a mother or something, you know,
we have the nature versus nurture. We're supposed to pop out children.
No, see, the feminist in me say everything is equal. So,
well, this is the way the world has been going, but, you know, through time definitely has changed, but
I'm just saying, like, you can't limit a woman to just being a mother and stay-at-home mom. Like, I feel like if the father can afford to do that, like in my situation, we can get by.
I'm not saying we should limit or that no one's allowed to do it. I definitely don't take that from this.
I think Tokar
I'm just saying, you know, even back
misogynist.
In the cavemen days, it's just the way we were designed. Women had babies and men provided.
No, women are intelligent. They're better, like intuition.
More better.
Yeah, see, like my grammar is terrible. But, you know, like women are more...
We're more better.
Yeah. Dude, I like that. That should be like the feminist slogan. like women, we're more better. You know, like...
The thing is, like, between women and guys, the guy uses some type of psychological manipulative technique to downgrade the woman to where he's just like, he's like a bum, but he'll try to
manipulate.
Excuse me.
Yeah, you know, whereas the woman, she's really not manipulating the guy for the support.
Not all the...
Nah, women can be users.
Yeah, phrase is gold digger. Right?
Yeah, but I mean...
But that's her hustle. Well, I guess this is his hustle too, the hobosexual.
It is technically the same thing. Yeah, it is. Because I've known women...
But the women get stressed out more when she has to do this than a guy.
Wait, but you're taking away from the fact that I wanted to make fun of people doing this.
Yeah.
Okay.
The hobosexuals.
Okay, so let's do
You're
it.
making it more of a political thing.
I'm not saying anything.
You're overanalyzing it. And I just wanted to make fun of some hobosexuals.
Okay. Who are we making fun of?
I didn't want to name anybody.
Well, what the fuck is the point?
I just wanted to make fun of people that do it.
Oh my god.
And how naive and stupid these women can be. They're like, oh, he loves me.
No, I do get there's a lot of asshole dudes. And I mean, shit, I've talked to a lot of women back when I was single that, like, they were hung up on these really loser motherfuckers. And it's like, wow, like, I'm a good dude, like, most of the time. And, like, bending to every command, for this dude that doesn't have a job, doesn't have a car, uses them for money. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's what I was referring to. Because I know people who, okay, say this guy, like, he's good looking.
Yeah.
Someone I'm related to. Good looking guy. And he got with this lady that was honestly off the rocker, kind of slow, literally. But she had a car and an apartment and a job. And I was like, what do you see in her? He's like, she has a car. And I'm just like, yeah, you're kind of a deadbeat.
Yeah, that's really fucked up.
Yeah, he's a hobosexual.
Exactly. Is that like a new term, or did you make that up, or what?
I did not make that up. I am not that creative. It was on a meme.
Oh,
maybe you should
and your
post
memes.
it on
our Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter.
I'll send it to you.
This is an interesting thing. Still in the whole feminine, I don't know, whatever. But it's off topic. I'm not even gonna lie. You're a gamer, right?
Yeah, I like video games, but I'm like an old school Nintendo gamer.
Oh, I wish I had a Nintendo.
You don't. So you don't play online at all?
You play Xbox once a year.
Yeah, I don't like playing online. Like, Call of Duty turned me off because they're just taking it way too nuts. Like, I'm on a team with someone, and I'm not that good, at Call of Duty, and they're just getting mad, pissed off, and they're like, yeah, you should get off.
People.
And I only played once, and I'm like, I played with a friend, and he's getting mad. He's like, man, you shouldn't even be on this team.
That's me playing volleyball with my girlfriends. I'm like, man, the fuck up and hit the ball. Were you retarded?
Yeah, and it says, for me, it was like my first time playing. I worked like a 12-hour shift, and he's gonna like drill at me like this, where he plays all day. He plays nonstop for
Who is it?
Oh, you didn't meet him.
I don't care. Name names.
But he begged me to go on there, and then he's gonna like drill me and like cuss me out for me making little mistakes. Or you got some guy, when I worked at the pizza shop, a customer, I told him I play Xbox. He's like, add me. He joins my online game, and he's like annihilating my friend, and he's just laughing and taking it like too extreme. It's like, come on, relax.
I'm a troll.
A troll?
Yeah. So, like, I talk shit to everybody on there. I don't give a fuck if you're 10. I will be like, well, you better tell your mom you just got raped, boy. Like...
something like that. That's funny.
Shit like that. But what I noticed... this is, like, not what I was talking about, but, like, what I noticed is female gamers. There's two parts to this. One is, why the fuck do they always have to put, like, lady this or girl that or queen this in their name? Like, to make their name ultra feminine. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why they do that. Like, it was brought to my attention. I didn't recognize this thing, but...
I don't game, so...
No, it's kind of weird, though, right?
I don't know.
Like, I don't know. Well, it's kind of like the Facebook thing. I've made comments about this before where, like, women will be like, beauty this.
Princess Jen.
Or whatever, yeah. And, like, it's like, no.
I don't know. I don't like when people do that on Facebook. Like, call me a basic bitch if you want to, but I just use my name.
Yeah.
And I don't need to be like Goldie too cute or
now
Goldie gonna take your man.
Now, I do have Thomas Epic Garsky because...
But Epic's your nickname.
But not only that, but it's a professional name. It is an alias. Some people don't know me in real life as my name. They only know me as Epic. Like,
that's
if
cool.
you, like, people, like, seriously, there's people out there that only know me by Epic. They don't know my first name. So if you were to say, oh, Thomas this or whatever, they wouldn't know who the fuck you're talking about. Oh, Epic? You know what I mean? Like, they know me by that. So that's why I have that. And it's a professional name. You know what I mean? I built a career on that name. So there's a difference to that. But, like, Yeah, it's like shorty, too cute, and like most of these bitches are not cute. Let me just.
It's always the dusty ones. I got one that's on my Facebook. I don't even know her real name. I'm just gonna say Stacey all about mines. Okay.
It's like, why? Just use your regular name. Like, why does everybody have to be so ghetto about every fucking thing?
I don't know. Ghetto is not cute.
It's not, man. I think at one time it might have had its little peak.
Yeah, like when we were 12.
Yeah. And then
you kind of become an adult and you're like, eh.
Yeah, if you're 30 and you're still doing that, it's
like, get the fuck out of my face.
Once I turned 30, I got rid of all that dumb shit, man. Yeah. You know, like, it's like...
Becoming a parent made me get rid of all the dumb shit. And I was like 21 when I had my son, and I changed a lot.
Well, let's say that guys usually tend to mature a little bit. I know, guys don't mature
as quick as women.
Yeah, so it took me a while, but I did get my shit together, you know. Eventually, you know, I was able to buy a house, whatever, just by working my fucking ass off. And
you have worked your ass off. Like, both of you really worked your ass off for this.
Definitely. You know, what's funny is if you weren't able to come today, Ashley was actually going to co-host.
Oh,
that was nice.
I was really iffy. I'm like, I didn't know how, like, my husband, he's not feeling well, and I didn't know how he was going to act, and... When he actually got up, he was like, "So are you going to do the show today?" I'm like, "I'll be ready in 5."
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's our show.
All right, thank you everyone for listening.
Thank you everybody for listening.
Thank you, Eva. All about mine.
Eva gonna get mines.
Yeah.
Eva confident about mine.
Follow us on social media at Epic Music Radio on our Twitter and Facebook. Subscribe to us on YouTube, please. Don't take what we say as like any. We're not experts at all.
I
anything.
am. I don't know what he's talking about.
We're not trying to troll or like make arguments.
We are just giving our opinions, and opinions are like assholes.
We don't pay your bills, so don't take that shit personal.
Exactly, but. If you do not like something, or you like something that we're doing, feel free to comment. We love comments. And then, you know, who knows? Maybe we'll mention it on the show.
Yeah.
So,
sounds good to me.
We will see you next week. Have a great week. And as always, make life epic.
As always, thanks for watching.
Fucking Tokar.
Goodbye.
Dear Mr. President, there are too many states nowadays. Please eliminate 3. I am not a crackpot.
Oh, wow, that was terrible.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Go!
That's my only real motivation, is not to be hassled. That and the fear of losing my job, but you know, Bob, that'll only make someone work just hard enough not to get fired.
And I'm sorry, we're out of time. Bye.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Please leave this office.
Do we get any sort of souvenir?
Get out of my office!
Oh my God, it feels so good. Oh yeah. Oh, slow down. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Who's your daddy?
That's all, folks.